Many times life can present to you way too many choices. I remember when I was a child, if we were exceptionally good, my parents would take us to Baskin-Robbins. Back in the day, they had 31 flavors. About the only way I could choose was to rub my nose back and forth across the glass and try eliminating some of the flavors that I knew I did not like. Maybe coffee or licorice, or I don't know, bubblegum was never my favorite. So sometimes eliminating things that we know we don't want is a good way of filtering down to the thing that we know we do want. So today what I'm going to do is show you how we can filter on the Urban Elements website to narrow down our choices so it's not quite so overwhelming when we're trying to choose a quilting design. If we first look at the quilting designs altogether, we can see very quickly that there's 8,916 to choose from, which would take a very long time to look at them all one time, let alone to go back and forth and to choose. So if we wanted to go through and sort them down into subcategories, we could first choose digital, in my case, because I would be using them on the IntelliQuilter. That only narrows them down to 8,768 designs. Then I could go down to perhaps the size, and I'll click on that, and I would use just the regular ones. I don't need a petite, which would be for a very small project, small design, or an extra large one, which would be like for a gamma machine. So that brings us down quite a bit. Now we're at 1,949 designs. So let's filter further. I'm going to filter for my favorite theme, which is feathers. And as you can see, that's going to bring us down to 161 designs. Now, I wouldn't mind looking at all the feathers because I absolutely love feathers. But I can narrow this down even further by designer. And today, of course, I'm going to choose Patricia Ritter, who started this whole ball of wax. And she probably is my top designer in my collection. I probably have more of her designs than anyone else. So here we would only have 52 designs, and that would make it very, very easy to look through and start choosing. So we only have 3 pages of these to look at, and it would be very quick to do so. So you can see how convenient using the filter system is to filter down for quilting designs. Now, if you were signed in and had an account, you could also be using the heart, which is adding it to your wish list. And then you could also look at your wish list later to narrow the choices down even further from the ones that you had chosen. This is really beautiful, this double Mystical Feathers 3. But I'm going to go to the 3rd page here. And there we are to the end of her feather designs, certainly not to the end of all of her designs. But you can see how beautiful these subcategories are. And then you can go ahead and clear if you wanted to start your search over and maybe look for a different type of theme. But you could do this with other products as well, like the stencils, design boards, and appliques. So using the filter system is a really great way to help narrow down the choices so that it's not so overwhelming. So you could see these subcategories, the size, the block, basic block type, the set type. They have petite, regular, panto, corners, the Dream Big, and then they have some specialty blocks like the French braid or Carpenter's Star, Irish chain, log cabin, the theme we did, and the designer. So you can see how handy those would be, and really would make a difference in narrowing down your search. So I hope that helps. Until then, keep piecing it together.